Hey y'all, peace. All right, I had to come through quick because I have to go to work, and so I just threw something on. My hair. I'm just it's impromptu. My lighting, I got natural light, so let's do it. Let's get right to it. So this is for Queen of the South recap review for season 5, episode 7. And I'm just seeing here that I forgot to write the episode name down. I see it started with El Zorro, but I can't see what the rest of it was. All right, so getting right to it. So it starts off like a dramatic scene with Teresa getting dressed. She came, she ain't had nothing, she probably had her pants on, but she just went in her closet, got this white real fly blazer with the back cut out. She slid it on. So then cut to James. He getting fly too. He looks so handsome as he wanna be. And he getting dressed and he, all the way down to the shoes. Then he had his little gun and his little holster on his ankle. And then it cut to Kelly Ann. She was fly. She getting dressed real nice. And then it cut to Pote. And my man Pote was too sharp today. Sharper than ever. And he in the mirror combing slicking back his hair like a straight gangster with the little black barber comb, like the little John. Okay, Pote. So next, that's the end of that scene. So cut to the next scene is Miami. You assume it's Miami in a swamp. A wrapped body getting drug out the car, getting drugged. Somebody kicking a body. Somebody laughing. So more or less what ended up happening with that, Boaz and all his little locals standing around a fire pit, and they got the body up there and they throwing gasoline on it. It's on fire, so that's George. And then Boaz said, adios, George. And then he said, Teresa Mendoza, I'm coming for you next, Pera. And Pera mean female dog. And then he did a little sinister laugh, and it goes to a commercial. So that's that, just to catch you up on what was going on with Boaz and them. So back to the party. So all right. So the reason they were getting dressed is because the big party that Teresa's having, and for all the who's who in New Orleans, they back in New Orleans. So at one point, James was talking to Pote and Kelly. He was like, man, I don't know if we should have had this party at the safe house. So I don't know if that's going to have some meaning later on, because they never really got into nothing with that. So now they at the party. And so it's the who's who of New Orleans. So it's a man. He's some type of leader in the city. And he spoke. He thanked Teresa for her life-changing donation to the Boys and Girls Club and what she's doing with the waterfront property, which is great for the city. And so then Teresa speak and say, thanks everyone for coming, and she excused herself. So they go in another room, and they introduce a boy named Sebastian Munoz. And so Teresa shake hands with him when she say, I was expecting Castell. That was some woman who Teresa was working with. And so he said she sent her regrets for not being here. And Teresa said, in so many words, because I'm going to paraphrase, as I always do. So she said, I'm popping in Europe now, so we could double our arrangement. If she's interested, I will have to speak to her. And then he said, that will not be possible, but I'll give her the messages. And Teresa was a little shocked, like, and he was like, anything else? And Teresa was like, no, that's all. So he left. So on another note, Dumas got released. Kellyanne let them know that Dumas got released, and that she invited him to the party and stuff like that. And Teresa was like, he ain't coming. Like, Teresa know that. And like, he gets straight out of jail, he gonna be hyped to hurry up and get dressed and come to a party with Teresa. So anyway, Teresa said he ain't coming. So that was that. So now Pote walk in with this other guy, and he said Hefa. And I looked up what Hefa mean. Hefa mean boss. I didn't know that. I knew it meant something like, I thought, it meant queen or something, but it mean boss. So he introduced Osvaldo Ruiz. So Osvaldo said to Teresa, Jefa, congratulations on your success in a beautiful house, basically. And Teresa said, I appreciate how you've been handling business, Sinaloa. Want to thank you in person. And the bull said, yeah, Boaz set it all up. Teresa said, how long you known him? And the bull said, since we were kids. He even used to date my sister for a summer till she got smart and left him and married a doctor. Then he said, hey, I don't know if you noticed, but Boaz has a big temper. And so Teresa didn't pay no mind till she sidestepped it and was like, he's busy in Miami. She said, it's good to know we have someone in Mexico that we could trust. And he said, oh, you can always trust me, Jefa. I'm your man. And Teresa said, again, nice to meet you. Let me know if there's anything you need. And so he left. And somebody said maybe he could end up being Boaz's replacement. So that's that. So now cut to Dumas. Dumas is home now with his right-hand man, his number 2, and they pouring a drink. Now earlier in the episode, they was when he was first getting out of jail, they were driving in a car. The bull was driving, and he turned over to Dumas and say, so how was it in there? And Dumas like just looked at him like, shut your dumb ass up. In so many words. So Dumas ain't respond. So you already know he in his feelings. So back to them. So they just made a toast and had a drink. They laughing a little bit. And then the guy said, we should get going. Teresa Mendoza party is tonight. And Dumas said, I'll pass. And then the bull said, seriously? She out here flexing, man. It's smart to stay on her good side. And he said, she has no good side. And the bull started laughing like, man, come on, man. Ever since she came in town, like, we super rich. And Dumas like, at what cost? And he picked up a picture of him and Lucien. You know, he's staying his feelings. And so bull basically say, that's how the game go. And Dumas say, you don't turn on your own, Cedric. We're through with Teresa Mendoza. So that was the end of that scene. So now, cut to Boaz. He's snorting in the car, looking crazy, out his mind. So he called the boy Osvaldo Ruiz, who's at the party. So Boaz say, what's up? And then the bull say, she got the city on lock, pretty much. He said, she treated me good, you know, and she said, you holding it down in Miami. And Boaz say, she buttering you up to replace me. I'm not stupid. And she showed her hand by sending George to spy on me. Now we gonna see who got the winning card. Then he hung up. And then you see Boaz drive past a welcome to New Orleans sign. So you like, oh shoot, about to get crazy, about to get loco up in that John. So that's that. So now cut to, it's the day after the party, and Teresa, Kelly, and Pote, they're in there talking, and Kelly happy saying the party it was a success, and Teresa looking somber. And so she like, what's on your mind? And Teresa say, we still haven't solved the problem with Boaz, and I'm worried about Castel. And so right then, the boy Sebastian Munoz, somebody introduced that he was there. Pote say, speak of the devil. So here come the boy Sebastian. So he say, in so many words, Castel doesn't want to expand with Teresa. And she basically said Teresa too big. And they was like kind of shocked, and then he left. So Teresa said, we need to get that shipment to Spain for Navarro. And James walked in. He said, we got a local problem. Dumas just sent back the last shipment. And Teresa said, let's go talk to him. And then she told Kellyanne to call George and ask him to send a shipment from Miami to Spain. So we know George ain't around. So they don't know yet. All right. So then they cut back to Boaz. Boaz and them getting ready with mad guns. And Boaz say, we got the element of surprise. Teresa won't see us coming. We'll take her out. And the boy Osvaldo say, I don't see how you going to take anyone out. That house is a fortress. It's locked down tight. And then here come the cousin Angel. Can't stay locked down forever. And then Boaz said, we got men sitting on her. If she step out, we on her head. Basically, he said that. You know I be saying other words. I be translating. And so back to Dumas, and James and Teresa are in there meeting with him. So they put something on the table, a bag on the table, and say, we brought you a peace offering. And Dumas basically said, I'm not messing with you. You turn me in. Now you got me all hot, everybody watching me, and I go to jail. You prancing around my city like you the queen of the South. And Teresa say, I had no choice. You have done it too. And he said, I trusted you, like a chump. He's so dramatic. We were familiar. Don't and then he basically like, nah, I'm not messing with y'all. So he like, don't forget your bag of bullshit. And so then they leave. So now as James and Teresa are leaving Dumas, they in the car, and she look a little distressed. She like, Kellyanne can't get in touch with George. And so then Teresa call, it go to voicemail. She like, something's wrong. And as soon as she say that, they pulling up to the house, and then bulls jump out on them. Like some bulls hopped out in the street and start shooting. And Teresa and them trucks crash. They hop out, so it's a shootout. And James and Teresa, they shot their way out. James pull up on her and like, let's go. And then Teresa like, we gotta warn Pote. So meanwhile, Pote and Kelly is at the doctor's for an ultrasound. And she like, cut your phone off, baby. Let's be present. And so they have no clue because now their phones is cut off. So back to Dumas. Dumas, young bull come in. Oh no, his friend, his right-hand man come in. He like some boy named Reggie Ellis who worked for them. He took some of Dumas' workers and he called himself striking out on his own. And he like, because you sent that coke back to Teresa, like everybody talking about you, like they saying you weak, you stubborn, like you stupid, and things drying up out there. And Dumas like, man, you with me or not? And Bull like, yo, I'm with you. I'm always with you. He's like, but I still don't think it's smart, leaving Teresa. And then Dumas say, call Reggie and let's meet with him. So next scene, Teresa and James can't reach Kelly or Pote. A boy Chicho called Teresa and she said, you there with Pote? He said, nah. He said, but I just got a call from Phoenix and there was a hit. Tasa and 2 of his lieutenants were killed. And so Teresa like, secure the bar, check on the distillery and wait for my call. And then she told James, and then Teresa like, this is Boaz. And then James said, he making his move. And Teresa said, we need to find them. And James said, you can't go. You'll be exposed. That's what he want. He was like, all right, I'm out. So Teresa, it's just stress, because it's on and popping. So now, cut to Angel, Boaz's cousin, in the car, called Boaz. Teresa got away from us, man. Boaz basically like, damn it. He like, well, they know we coming now. So plan B, divide and conquer. And so next, cut to scene with Dumas, and he got the bull Reggie because he called the bull Reggie to him. And so the bull Reggie just complaining a little bit, and Dumas like, we was fine before Teresa Mendoza got here, we will be after. And the bull like, it's not about her. He like, you just not the boss of NOLA no more. You're done. Like, he was so out of pocket. All right. I'm like, this little young boy is crazy. Like, that's to just be so unrealistic. So he just was like, and he like, you done. And at one point, Dumas got in his feelings and snatched him up. And he had him to him and stuff like that. Then he let him go. He was like, man, get out of here. Which was completely crazy, number one. If your young boy is out of pocket, you in the streets, your young boy out of pocket, number one. So he already a danger. Because at any time he could try to take over what you got going on. If you know now, he not with you no more. So now he in your face talking trash. And you going to talk about something. All right, get out of here. So that's unrealistic. So as the bull walk away, he talking about, see, you just proved my point. You couldn't even pull the trigger. That just proved you done. So, of course, that wasn't going down like that. So he walking away, and Dumas like, Reggie. And then when he turned around, Dumas like, bop, 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 bop. So he done. So he brought that on himself. And so that's that. Then it was a dramatic moment. Then Dumas start telling his number 2, like, yo, I don't want to live like this no more. And he handed off his business to number 2, like, you can have it if you want it. And so that's that. So back to Pote and Kelly. They in there with the ultrasound. They having the ultrasound. She in the on the bed. The doctor doing the ultrasound. It was a very beautiful moment. They saw the baby heartbeat. And so you know that is just so emotional when you see your baby heartbeat and you looking at your baby, it's nothing like that. So, they're just in the feeling, and that just make it so real, that you got a baby coming. So now cut back to Teresa. She tried to call George again, and he ain't answer, of course, voicemail. And so she snorted some coke, and then she called Boaz. So Boaz started laughing when he see the phone because he out his mind. And so she said, "Where's George?" He basically said, "With Tony, with your godson Tony." He said, "But don't worry, all y'all, your whole family gonna be back together soon. Even Pote and his baby mama." And then he laughed, and then he hang up. Teresa like, "Fuck!" Stole something. Like, she just done. Like, it's craziness right now. So back to Kelly and Pote. Pote, he left her in there with the nurse or the doctor, whoever doing the ultrasound. He like, "I'm about to go have a smoke." So he step out in the parking garage, and so he light his cigarette. He's sitting there. He see a text from Teresa, and it say Boaz is coming for us. So he out back in the, so he ran towards the building. So now it's back to Teresa, and she just high as a kite. You could just tell she been snorting like crazy. So she ended up seeing like her old self in the mirror, and her old self like said something like, "You survivor, like you need to run or something." So then it's a knock on the door. It's one of her workers, and he like, "All right, your plane is ready." She was like, "I ain't call no plane." He was like, "James did." And he was like, you gotta get out. It's gonna take you out of the States. It's too hot right now." And she like, "I'm not leaving without them." And so she made her decision. So back to Pote. So he walking, he in the building with his guns out. He walking the doctor's office, and it's just all desolate in there. And then he see some of the nurses, they tied up at the nurses station with duct tape on their mouth and stuff like that. So he like, "Where's Kellyanne? Where's the blonde who was with me?" And they mouth duct tape. They can't say nothing anyway. So then he make his way down the hallway to the room where she was. And when he get in there, there's still the dead nurses on the floor, and she gone. And at that same time, James come around the corner, and he like, "Where's Kellyanne?" And Pote like, "I don't know." And so they leave, and as they get in the parking garage, Pote out there like, "Kellyanne, Kellyanne." And then you hear sirens coming. James like, "The police." He like, "We gotta go." And so they out. So in the car, soon as they get in the truck, James called Teresa. He like, "I'm with Pote. They took Kellyanne." And Teresa just like, "Oh shoot." And so then Pote look at the ultrasound picture of his baby, and he just starts screaming like, "Ah!" as he's starting the car up. So that's the end of the episode. It's on and popping. The war is on. They got Kellyanne. Like, it's going down right now. Like, it's crazy. And I already foresee some things that might be about to go on, but I'm not going to speak on it or nothing like that. But it's on and popping. Okay, I'm so sorry to hear. I heard that this is the last season. I was hoping it could possibly be another season. Like, that's really heartbreaking if this is the last season. And it only go up to episode 10, so it's only 3 more episodes. So let's go, y'all. Let's just enjoy it then. It is what it is. We can't keep it around forever. My favorite show. But anyway, thank y'all for watching my review. Like the review. Subscribe to my page. Share the review if you know anybody who watches this. And peace. All right.